Hey everybody. So here I am with this week's moment of encouragement. My wife and I are out of town this weekend in Harrisonburg, Virginia. We're about to watch our daughter compete in her first collegiate softball game tomorrow. But really what I wanted to tell you about was our youth group's bowling trip last night. So we gave a message on sin and forgiveness, and I didn't realize exactly how good of an analogy bowling is for sin and forgiveness. So with bowling, we all know that you roll the ball down the alleyway. Your goal is to hit all the pins, knock them down. But on the sides, there are gutters. And more often than not, and especially with me last night, the ball drifts off into the gutter and the ball rolls down and you completely miss the mark. Well, what's really interesting is the Greek word for sin is hamartia, and it literally translates to missing the mark. And again, in Romans, we're told that we've all sinned and we fall short of the glory of God. But a lot of bowling alleys have gutter guards, and they're rails you put up so that when the ball is rolling down the alley, if it heads towards the gutter, it bounces off, stays in the lane, and knocks the pin down. And those represent God's law, right? Old Testament, New Testament, and Jesus's direct commandments and teachings to us. You know, and again, Romans teaches us that the law is holy. And in Galatians, it says, so the law was our guard until Christ came that we might be justified in faith. So we know that the goal of bowling is to knock all 10 pins down, and that ball goes right down, knocks them down. That's a perfect strike. And the only way we're going to get a perfect strike is putting our faith and trust in the perfect one, Jesus Christ. And in 2 Corinthians, God made him who had no sin to be sin for us, so that in him we might become the righteousness of God. So Jesus is our perfect strike. And at the end of bowling, the pins are all knocked down, the machine comes down, picks them all up, sweeps them away, and sets up everything anew. Again, a great metaphor for God's grace and forgiveness. And in 1 John, we're told if we confess our sins, he is faithful and just and will forgive us our sins and purify us from all unrighteousness. So we need to stay out of the gutters. We need to pay attention to our gutter guards, Jesus' teachings, focus on him, the perfect strike. And in the end, our reset is his grace and forgiveness. So thank you so much. I appreciate you watching. I'll be praying for you this week. God bless.